Hey guys, I'm Ariel Kebbel, and I'm here in the Young Hollywood studio.
Stay tuned to find out what her favorite condiment is. Ooh, sounded naughty. I am here with Ariel Kebbel. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
You could probably intro yourself a lot better than I could intro you.
Hey guys, I'm Ariel Kebbel.
That was very southern.
Thank you.
You look fantastic.
Thank you.
It's great to see you. I know you've got a lot going on.
Yes.
You know, but you've been doing it for a while. You've always worked. You've always done some great projects. TV, film, sort of everything.
Yeah, I moved out here at 17, so it's been a hot minute.
So 17, so how did it sort of come about? How did it finally happen?
No, I have an older sister and a younger brother, and they both acted growing up, and I did sports. I'm a middle child.
What was the sport? What were the sports?
Competitive horseback riding.
Oh, really?
Hunter jumper. Yes, I have many injuries to prove that.
Oh, wow.
That's
Your finger doesn't...
No, that's
Wait,
a true
can I
story.
show you something?
What?
I have crooked pinkies.
No way!
I do! I don't know if I've ever revealed this at Young Hollywood, but I was born this way.
That's amazing.
So did sports, and then...
My brother was doing a film, and I was completely enamored with being on set and the activity around it and how much work went on behind the scenes, and I was like, I've got to do this.
So singing too? Do you sing too?
No. I am from Florida, so they definitely tried to make me like Britney Spears or Mandy Moore.
Oh, really?
Or like,
well, you have that look. You could definitely... Do you have the moves, at least?
I mean, I can dance, but like you'd be like auto-tuning the out of it. I'd be like,
Do you have a shower song? Do you sing in the shower? Do you belt it out when nobody's listening or in the car or anything like that?
Oh, definitely car dances. Car dancing.
Should we car dance?
Okay.
Okay, what
car
should we
dance.
do? Let's do a beat, like a beatbox kind of thing. Okay.
Hey guys, just driving around Sunset Boulevard. Oh, I love this song. Turn it up.
Oh wow! Do you see the cute boy over there?
Hi.
Hi! Her shirt's open.
Always.
Oops.
So that's how I met my boyfriend on Sunset Boulevard.
So that's how you ended up in Hollywood.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's talk about Audrey.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is a Wigs. This is another of the Wigs series,
Yes.
and they've done so incredibly well.
Super proud to be a part of this group. Jake and John Avnet, wonderful producers to be in business with. And what I loved about it so much was like some are docu-style, some are comedies, some are dramas. You know, you just have this wide range.
And some are food porn,
And some are food porn.
which is Audrey.
Which is why I'm super into it. Because I love food and sex, apparently. Look, I just think he's too young, you know? You can do better.
Yeah, but I mean,
What is better? I don't know. Find out.
Stand by, everybody. Miss Harper, we're ready when you are.
what are you doing? It looks too heavy like that. Just keep it minimal. 4 spears. Clean, sexy, classy.
Well, it's kind of like people say it's like Julia and Julia meet Sex in the City. That's
Yeah.
kind of the meld. Are you a foodie? Are you like...
I'm a foodie, but not the cooking side, like the eating side.
I'm with you on that one. Between
Yeah.
the crooked pinkies and the eating, we're good to go. And the Sunset Boulevard, we're fine.
Yeah.
So there's obviously like food being prepped around you for the whole shoot. Was it real food? Could you dig in, or was it one of those things you weren't allowed to?
Yeah, I was definitely eating all of the time, but I made that. I took on Brad Pitt's style of like, oh, I'm just gonna eat in every scene because that's cool and funny, and also I get to eat. It was amazing the amount of prep went in to each setup. The food was like literally performing. There was takes where we would have to stop because the food wasn't right or the way that the plate fell on the ground wasn't right with it was like we were filming with a baby or an animal or something because it was like if the food didn't get it right, we had to do it all over again.
Darn food.
Take number 12.
Now you must know how to do the sensual bite at this point.
Well, that was her job.
Yes, it was your co-star.
Her job was to have the bite, but I just like smoked.
That's your
that was
character.
my
You're sort of
character.
like the fun, naughty,
Yeah.
you know.
And working with Betty Thomas too, you know, that was my second time working with her. She actually called me up and was like, dude, I got this gig, you gotta read it. And I was like, okay, well, first of all, I miss hearing you call me dude. And second of all, if Betty Thomas is calling me, I should probably say yes.
I'm probably gonna do it.
Yeah.
Well, you've been busy too, because 90210 and Vampire Diaries too.
Vampire Diaries too.
Okay, so what can you let us know about that?
Not a whole lot.
Okay.
Other than anything can happen in Mystic Falls.
Yes.
You know, Lexi has come back now in the ghost world. She's come back in flashbacks. I believe she continues to come back in flashbacks. And I have so much fun playing her.
Huge shows, the fan base. Do you have
CW shows, thank you.
Do you get a lot of crazy fan stuff already?
It is surprising to me. I mean, I'll never forget, I was actually buying an agent a baby gift in a store, and this very kind, like 65-year-old woman was helping me. And she helped me pick out a whole basket, and I was probably in there for like 45 minutes, and I was checking out, and she just finally looks up at me and she goes, "That Damon is such a dick." Because he like killed me in the first episode, and I was like, "I'm sorry, what? Grams? Like you watch Vampire Diaries?" Like,
And she used the word dick.
yeah, she used the word dick.
So we wanted to ask you some food questions.
Ooh, I like this.
In
I'm a
keeping
foodie.
with Audrey. So first question is, if you were really, really, really bad and were on death row, what would be your death row meal? Like your last meal?
Okay, this is a true story. One of my first years in LA, I actually got pulled over for going to Jack in the Box and getting a breakfast sandwich and a milkshake and dipping my french fries in the milkshake and accidentally rolling through a stop sign. So I think my last meal would be like egg bagel sandwich with like french fries I could dip in a milkshake, and then probably like a deep fried Oreo too.
I'm starving after that. Favorite city to eat in, speaking of places?
I was just in Tennessee. This place outside of Franklin has the best deviled eggs and sweet bacon I've ever had in my life.
I think I saw it on your Twitter.
Oh, you're good.
I saw the picture
does
on
her
your
research.
Twitter. Well, I like my deviled eggs. Cupcakes or frozen yogurt?
Ooh. Again, I was in this place in Tennessee, like outdoes Menchie's or any yogurt shop out here, because they actually buy cookie dough, like chunks, and put it in. So like you're not getting the bite-sized cookie dough to put on your yogurt, you're getting like,
Oh, massive balls of cookie dough. Okay, a condiment you can't live without.
pepper.
Pepper.
Yeah, so anything hot.
Anything spicy. Okay. If you could eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I'm gonna go with the variety pack of candy, because in it, you actually get Dots flavored Tootsie Rolls and chocolate Tootsie Rolls, and that's all considered in one.
And you've
So
never
I
had
could-
that before, obviously, by the way you just described it.
Yeah, not at all. So that way I would actually be able to switch up the flavors with still staying under the category of one.
Okay, I'm starving. Should we go eat? Why don't we have food here at this point? Why
I don't
hasn't
know.
food disappeared? Should we go chow down
We should go
somewhere?
back to the Audrey set and learn how to cook first.
Let's hit Sunset Boulevard first.
and do our car dance. Okay.
Here we go.